Today, we will start our journey of I Ching, the Book of Changes. As I mentioned before, I Ching is a book of 64 hexagrams, so we will discuss the first hexagram now. The first hexagram is Qian. All 6 lines of the Qian are solid lines. James Lack's book simply used the sound of Chinese characters without further explanation. Wilhelm Bainer's book translated it as the creative. Since there's no single English word can be used here to translate Qian, I'll use James Lack's approach. Just use the Chinese name of hexagram Qian and use pinyin for its spelling. Use a pinyin as a spelling. Pinyin is the official system for transcribing Chinese characters into Roman alphabet. Every hexagram has 2 trigrams. It was said Fuxi made trigram. Fuxi was a legendary figure, probably lived in over 10,000 years ago. Qian has both trigrams, 3 solid lines. This trigram also has the same name as hexagram. It also called Qian. Each trigram has 3 lines. The lines of trigram or hexagram can be either solid or broken. The solid line is called yang in Chinese. The broken line is called yin in Chinese. In Chinese, yang means bright, yin means shadow. 3 yang lines make a trigram called Qian. 2 trigrams makes a hexagram, also called Qian. The trigram Qian was translated into heaven in Wilhelm's book. It was wrong and misleading. In James Lack's book, it put Qian as heaven, the sky. I think Qian of trigram is simply the sky. It is the sky we can see through our eyes. It is the sky we can hear from our ears. We can feel it when we are alive. So the hexagram Qian has a sky trigram at the bottom and the same sky trigram at the top. So we call the sky the image of hexagram. King Wen wrote comments or judgments on hexagrams. King Wen was the founder of Zhou dynasty. King Wen of Zhou was born in 1152 BC and died 1056 BC, lived a long life. King Wen was imprisoned by the tyrant King Zhou of Shang. During his prison time, he wrote the judgments for each hexagram. Those judgments made the core explanation of the hexagrams. King Wen gave this hexagram Qian 4 Chinese characters judgment. if you can see here, that is Yuan Heng Li Zhen. The first character, Yuan, means origination, invention, start something new. Second one, Heng, means networking, energy flowing freely. Li means usefulness, get things done. Zhen, last is Zhen, means integrity, honesty, and determinations. Four characters are working together as a whole. It is Qian. Put them in one sentence could like that. With integrity, Qian start something new and get it done through networking and cooperations. Duke of Zhou comments on each lines. Duke of Zhou was the son of King Wen. While King Wen's comments or judgments on hexagram reveal the key characters of the whole hexagram, the line in hexagram show the movements, the changes of the hexagram. We start from the bottom line to the top line. The lowest at the bottom is the line called the initial line. Then the second line, the third line, the fourth line, and the fifth line. The sixth line, we call it top line. For Qian hexagon, all 6 lines are solid yang. Or initial lines, the comments states as hidden dragon do not act. That means at the beginning of the chain, it needs to accumulate energy, so cannot act immediately. Just like a young dragon laying low, hide from potential danger, waiting for the right time to act. Line 2 is also a solid line. The comment is the dragon shows up in the field. It's helpful to seek assistance from powerful resources. Now, the time comes for the dragon to take initial action, show its supreme power, but still can use the help from more powerful sources. It's in the middle of the lower trigram. Everything works fine, no obstacles. Line 3, located at the top of the lower trigram, but under the up trigram. The comment is, one should work hard, be careful and fearful day and night. Even though a danger may come, but everything will be okay. That is, once the supreme power of a dragon showed up, it will face challenges and may be dangerous if one did not prepare for it. In other words, now you have the power, the resource, the connection, the determinations, but still lack experiences and don't have the right position. Usually it will cause jealousy from others. Therefore, now the time to make yourself stronger, working harder, be humble, get ready to overcome obstacles. If so, you'll be fine. Line 4 is the first line of upper trigram. It is also a solid line. The comment is, as if to jump over a deep canyon, no fear. Now the time to make a decision whether to jump over a deep canyon. If not, the dragon will not fly, has to be back to the field. It is okay to think about it, prepare for the jump. Just do the jump with no fear. Everything will be fine. Line 5 is in the middle of the upper trigram. It is also a solid yang line. The comment said, "Dragon flies in the sky. It's helpful to seek assistance from powerful sources." Now, Qian reached its best time, just like dragon is flying in the sky with no obstacles. Nothing can stop it. At the same time, nothing can be leaned back on, but the dragon has to keep flying. So can use the assistance from powerful source. That is the same comment on line 2. Line 6, we call it top line. It's also a solid yang line. The comments on top line states as, "Arrogant dragon will have to repent." That means a flying dragon will not be able to dominate the sky forever. When dragon reached its peak of its power, it has to find a way to go down. If so, everything will be good, otherwise will be bad. That is, at the end of Qian, we need to have a smooth transition to the next hexagram. Nothing can last forever. 6 lines of Qian hexagram are all the same solid yang, but the comments by Duke of Zhou are different. The line comments tell us Qian is not a static diagram, but a dynamic changing process. Let's summarize it. Qian is the name. Qian is the name. Lower trigram is sky, up trigram is also sky. So sky is the image. The line are its constantly changing states or stages. Line 1, hidden dragon do not act. Line 2, the dragon shows up in the field. It's helpful to seek assistance from powerful sources. Line 3, one should work hard, be careful and fearful day and night. Everything would be fine. Line 4, as if to jump over a deep canyon, no fear. Line 5, dragon flies in sky. It's helpful to seek assistance from powerful sources. Line 6, arrogant dragon will have to repent. Now we read back the judgment or key comments from King Wen of Zhou again. We will get better understanding. Qian starts something new, get it done with integrity and determination through cooperations. Whose life matches the above statements? A name pops up into my mind. George Washington, the first president of the United States. He built a new country, United States, with integrity and determination. Here I have to make a disclaimer. It's not my intention to rewrite or make my own evaluation of the life of George Washington, but his life exemplifies Qian hexagram, and hope his famous life would be helpful for us to understand Qian hexagram, because his life coincides with the line in Qian hexagram. Let's try. The initial line says hidden dragon do not act. Born in 1732, George Washington was educated as a land surveyor. Line 2 says, Dragon shows up in the field. He joined the army during the French and Indian War, gained experience as a military leader. 1775, George Washington took the command of the Continental Army. Line 3 says, one should work hard, be careful and fearful day and night. Even though a danger might come, everything would be fine. George Washington worked tirelessly leading the army in many battles, transformed the militia to discipline the army. He led the army won the decisive battle at Trenton and Yorktown. Line 4 says, as if to jump over a deep canyon, no fear. After the war, George Washington resigned himself from military commander-in-chief position and went back home. But he was elected as the first president of the United States unanimously by the Electoral College. On April 30, 1789, George Washington took the oath of the office in New York City, bravely, fearlessly. Line 5 says, Dragon flies in the sky. As the first president of the United States, George Washington had no blueprint but to establish the government from scratch. He built a cabinet, put the power of president under the U.S. Constitution. Top line says, arrogant dragon will have to repent. After 2 terms of presidency, George Washington retired to his home at Virginia. Nobody did something like that before. That was the life of a great president of the United States. That's all for the first hexagram Qian in I Ching. If you have questions, please feel free to put it in comment. Next time, we'll talk about second hexagram Kun. Bye.